The information in this video is provided for informational and educational purposes only.
Welcome to Dose of DeAnn, where you'll get a little shot of what my life is like living with SMA. I think when most people see someone in a wheelchair, they never really consider how we get into our wheelchairs. It's almost like they think fairy dust is sprinkled and we magically appear in our chairs dressed and ready to go. But let me tell you, that's not the case. After a brief word from our sponsor, I'm going to go over a few transfer options and give you a few tips that I've found to make it a little bit easier, and then also show you my process.
This vlog was made possible by a sponsorship from Avexis, a clinical stage gene therapy company relentlessly focused on bringing gene therapy out of the lab and into the clinical setting for patients and families devastated by rare and life-threatening neurological genetic diseases. To understand how gene therapy is changing the way we see genetic diseases, check out exploregenetherapy.com, www.exploregenetherapy.com. Explore Gene Therapy is a resource for learning more about gene therapy, including its history and how it is being studied. Visit www.exploregenetherapy.com.
I know everybody's process for transferring is a little bit different. Some of you are very small and lightweight, so it's easy for someone to just pick you up and slip you into your seat. And for many years when I was a kid, that's exactly what my parents did. But after a while, it got to be too difficult on their backs, and we had to resign to using a mechanical lift. And most people call them a Hoyer lift, but there are other brands. And so that's what I've used for many years. I have to admit, I was very resistant to using a lift at first. To me, they're very impersonal, they take a lot longer, and they're not really that comfortable. However, over time, I really got used to it, and I'm glad that I use one, because not only is it easier on my parents, but it opens up the people who can help me and be my caregiver. So I really do recommend giving it a shot. There's a lot of different styles of lifts out there. There's ones that are battery operated. There's ones that are more travel friendly. I've always used the old-fashioned kind where you manually pump it up and then to lower me you turn a knob. That's just what I've used, and it's what insurance covered, so that's what we did. I have recently acquired a ceiling lift, and I'm anxious to show you guys that. But first, let me show you a clip of my old-fashioned Hoyer lift. This is how I transfer currently. It's a Hoyer lift with a sling, and I use the sling that has the open bottom, so it just goes over the commode, and it has the head support because I can't keep my head up when I'm leaning back like this. Pretty soon I'll be getting my ceiling lift, so we'll see how that goes. Now the fun part, getting me in the chair. I do have a couple tips for you if you do use the standard Hoyer lift style of lift. One is to not have carpeting in the room. I have just a linoleum and that works fairly well, but if you do have to have carpeting, one tip is to take out the carpet pad underneath and have a low pile carpeting. It'll really help when you're trying to maneuver the lift. Since I do most of my transfers in my bedroom, I thought it'd be really nice to get a ceiling track lift. So for the last year, that's what I've been working on, and it's been rather difficult because insurance doesn't cover something like this. So I've had to go through my waiver And we've had a lot of difficulty finding a provider in the state that will install it. But eventually we did, and a few months ago I did get it installed in my bedroom. The tricky part is finding a sling that'll work for me. It took forever to get the first slings that they wanted me to try, and then they weren't even what I wanted them to be. And then it took forever to get the next one, and again, it's not what I like. I've always had difficulty finding slings. It seemed like every time I found one that I liked, they would discontinue it. And the most popular kind is the kind of the U-shaped sling that crisscrosses under your legs. I know a lot of people love those, but it's just not something I like. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to get used to it. Here's a couple clips of opening the slings and my reactions, and then I'll show you what using the ceiling track lift is like. We finally got the box I was waiting for. This has the slings for my new track lift, and I'm kind of nervous what they're going to be like because I'm kind of picky about my slings. So I'm going to have my mom take them out and we'll see how they are.
Cross your fingers.
I know. Okay, this is the shower sling, I'm pretty sure, because it's a mesh. And there's no commode opening like I had requested.
I don't even know what top. This must be the top.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's one of the U-shaped slings.
It's wrap around your leg.
I thought I requested not to have that. So there, okay. That'll be interesting. They didn't listen to what I asked for, so.
Call them back.
We'll see how this one is. This one looks like it's kind of mesh too. And what does this one look like? This one doesn't have the U shape, but there's no commode opening.
Where's the top?
I think you have the top. Because your bottom goes here where your dip is. Alright.
It's soft. Feel it.
Or at least it's black. The other one's a little hideous color.
And it looks like it's not too big.
But what about, do you think, what about the opening there?
I don't know. We'll have to ponder it. Study it for a while.
Yeah.
For this one or the other one?
I don't, well, neither one of them are what I want. That one will work for the shower, I guess. It'll be interesting.
Read
So,
the user manual.
we're gonna have to figure out how these work and how I'm gonna make them work, and I'll get back to you. Alright, to you guys it might seem like it was just 2 seconds, but we've been waiting for this for about 4 weeks now. I think it's the sling that I've been waiting on. Like I said, the other one didn't work for me, so they were ordering this one, and we're gonna open it up and see what it looks like. Okay, it looks promising. And of course, Roy thinks it's something for him too. Alright. Okay, well, it's still that U-shaped sling, which is not what I wanted, but at least it'll work for what we want to use it for. So we'll be giving that a try in just a little bit. I'll show you guys how it works. We're in the bedroom, and this is the ceiling lift. It raises and lowers with the remote. And I am using the sling that is the crisscross under your leg one, which I'm not a fan of. But I also don't like all these straps, but I wanted to show you they're like color coded so you can figure out which ones you like. And I'm gonna have her put the green one on here. And then we're gonna give it a try.
All right, up we go.
Or, yeah.
Is your hands okay?
Yeah, I think so. So it's pretty slick. It just raises up. And now that I'm up high enough, she'll just push me over the bed.
Turn you this way.
Yeah. And now go down. You might have to pin it down a little bit.
Like this way.
Yeah.
There you go. Can I stop it? After this?
Yep.
That was pretty slick.
So that was successful for our first try. And now I'm going to show you the actual unit. Here's the unit. It's on the track on the wall. And this is the end docking station where it charges. And then when we want to use it, we can just walk up to it and just roll it along. And it rolls pretty smoothly around the track. And then when we're done with it, we roll it back and put it back in the docking station. And when the light turns orange, we know it's where it needs to be. I think once I get used to the sling, I'll really like the ceiling track lift. I might actually look around on my own for the type of style of sling that I'm looking for. Unfortunately, I'll have to pay for it out of pocket if I find something. Or maybe try and modify the sling that I have. We'll see what happens. I know manufacturers don't really recommend that. But I need something that works for me. What do you guys do for slings? Do you have certain styles of lifts that you like? Do you refuse to use a lift? Tell me your story, share it in the forums, or comment down below. Have a good day, everyone, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.